Okay, I fussed around with the sound settings, so hopefully it'll be a little bit more like what we're shooting for in the final recording. Regardless, today, we're going to wrap up the Marauder quests and do a little bit of the MSQ. But also, I'm gonna shake up how I do some of these class quests, because I think I'm gonna sort of like, we'll finish Marauder and Archer, but for Lancer and then other future classes, I think I'm gonna sort of have their whole quest line, at least in chunks, be a separate video. So I think I've got that set up now, but we will find out, I guess. If those videos never surface, then I'm an idiot and putting all this in for no reason. Or maybe I'll cut it. Anyway, so let's continue. I came here to accept a quest that I've already accepted. Off to a great start. Alright, so where is this? Alright, it's near the dry docks. It's weird, after spending so much time editing these, I'm like, no, I need to cover up the chat log in the corner, because I always do that in the videos. And it's like, no, you do that in post. You don't try to do that while you're doing the thing. At some point I should do like a rundown of what my mounts are. Oh. Okay, cool, we're good. What do they want us all the way out here for? They're low enough level, they probably won't attack me. Ooh, an instance. Okay. Alright, Silkwood, what you got? Well, this should be the place. I don't see... Ah, do you sense that encroaching aura of violence, Ny'ardbert? Pray unlimber that axe of yours. Ah, the encroaching aura of mole-based violence. Great fight. That seems to be the last of them. Compared to what we faced before, though, it wasn't terribly... So this is the indomitable Ny'ardbert Tia. Who in the Seven Hells are you? Wait, is that... We have deemed you worthy of our challenge. Come, Marauder, let us test the edge of your steel. Oh, brother. We doing this? Alright. Oh, there's a lot of you. Alright, someone familiar, let's go. not have a lot of health. Alright, goodbye. It seems my underlings have provided you with poor sport. Very well, I shall take your measure with mine own blade. Captain, why are you doing this? Okay. Do not think to show me quarter, Ny'ardbert, for I shall surely show you none. And I appreciate that they called me indomitable. That's nice. Not sure where you got that impression. Do anything, or are we just going to sit here stat checking one another? I yield. Your strength has humbled us all. Aye, it might just be enough. We are done here, my colleagues. Drag away those who cannot stand. Your display of prowess was truly impressive, Ny'ardbert. Worthy indeed. What a ridiculous charade. Do you honestly think we couldn't see through those paltry disguises? Though I am confident my brother's act was not born of malice, rather he hoped by concealing his identity that the trial would seem more threatening, thus increasing its effectiveness. Not an entirely successful undertaking, but one must appreciate his intentions. It's time you return to the guild. Oh, and as a favor to me, pray indulge Warrenson in his little deception. Subterfuge is not a marauder's forte. Alright, back to Limsa. I'm hopeful to have fixed that dropped frames problem, where there were just like chunks that would just stop. But I don't really know for sure what was causing it, so I can't say for certain that it's fixed. Fingers crossed, though. Ny'ardbert, I've heard of your skirmish on the Salt Strand. You did well to topple opponents of such formidable skill. But let us not dwell on the nature of those masked men. What is important is your triumph in the face of overwhelming odds. Your fellow marauders are honored to have you swing your axe in the guild's name. They stand behind you, one and all, as you prepare to overcome your greatest trial yet. The trial of the really big cow. Aye, the time has come for you to bring Kujata's bloody rampage to an end. When next he rears his horrible horned head, you shall be ready to bury your blade in his skull. Let's go with those. Alright, last one of these, I think. Ny'ardbert, your confrontation with the beast is at hand. Kujata has made his presence known. Reports place the creature to the northeast of the Red Rooster Stead in the vicinity of the Grey Fleet. There's little more for me to say with this. Harness all the strength you have built up through your labors of sweat and blood, and unleash its full fury upon Kujata and his menagerie of scavengers. Sigurd yet lies abed, trusting in your strength and praying for your victory. I ask that you go to the lad before the battle, tell him you venture forth to fell the object of his vengeance. Such news should cheer his ailing heart. The time has come, Ny'ardbert dear. May your axe strike deep and true. Okay, remind me, is there a etherite near here? There is not. Okay, but it's lower Lanasia. What is the quest that's in here? Has this been here the whole time? Yes, it has. Alright, I'm not going to bother with that. Should probably eat some grapes. Our grape-fueled hero continues. Weird lighting thing for a second there. That damn calamity, I tell you. I lost me wife, me son, and me daughter-in-law in the aftermath. If it weren't for me grandson, I don't reckon I'd have much reason to linger on. Hear that, Sigurd? Stop trying to fight a cow. Ny'ardbert, I'm sorry for making trouble. It's fine. Just stop fighting cows. No, I deserved what I got. It's me own fault for not believing in you. But you came back anyway. And now you're gonna take that axe to Kujata's head, ain't you? I know you can beat the bastard. You got to. Alright. Oh, hey. Do I have backup? I like the little, like, fucking boy band poses you got going on here. Might be as I'm sticking me nose in where it ain't wanted, but I couldn't abide the thought of you facing that monster solo. Kujata's got his friends, so it's only fair if you've got a couple too. And what are friends for if not to lighten your load? I already did some of the groundwork for you. Seems like a farmer and his wain have fallen victim to the fiend's pack. If we follow the trail of destruction, it might just lead us to the big old bugger himself. That's all good. I heard Kujata had reared his ugly head again and reckoned you to be not too far behind. I hope you won't object to me lending what aid I can. We've been through much, you and I would see this tale to its end. Brunbar, well, he felt much the same. So here we are, a pack of two to offset the ravenous beasts that follow in Kujata's wake. Whee! A lavender pot? You find a pot that appears to have been dragged from the farmer's wain. How terrible! Oh, a bird that is slightly different from the other birds. Hello. Fruit barrel. You find a barrel that appears to have been dragged from the farmer's wain. Oh, you look out of place. There we are. Hello, Mr. Gubu. We're chill, right? You find a crate that appears to have been dragged from the farmer's wain. Barrels and jars and crates, oh my. Whoa! Hello there, friend! Ah, the instance calls. The overturned wain. Duty calls. Big cow. Forward! Sure you got that broom bar? On your guard, he's up to something. Oh no, I have a debuff called Infirmity? Did the couch make me shit myself? Hold on, what? HP recovery is being reduced. Alright. Okay, close your wounds. What's he done to you? Dead cow! Ny'ardbert! Oh, Jesus, you snuck up on us. It appears our timing was fortuitous. The Axemaster carried me here so I could see. You did it. You really did it. Dad, do you see? Ny'ardbert's killed the bastard. He's finally dead. Thank you. Thank all of you. Ny'ardbert, do you reckon I could learn to swing an axe like that? When I was bigger, I mean. I want to protect folk too. Keep them safe from, you know, monsters and things. you train hard, then naught is beyond your reach, young man.
That's what I'll do. I'll train every single day. You'll see, I'll be the strongest hero there ever was.
So, like, that scene did a fair amount of emotional heavy lifting there, but, like, that fight did not need 30 levels of build-up.
Well done, Ny'ardbert. I knew from the first moment we met that you would rise to meet any challenge.
I saw it with my own eyes, and I can still scarce believe it. You brought down the mountain. It is done, Ny'ardbert. You've answered the boy's prayers and upheld the pride of the guild. Hold your head high, marauder. I shall be awaiting your triumphant return to Limsa.
Alrighty. What do you have to say to me now, Warrenson?
That was truly a mighty feat, Ny'ardbert. Never have I seen a marauder so dedicated to attaining the pinnacle of his discipline. In recognition of your achievements, I, Axemaster Warrenson, pass on to you our guild's final technique, the thrill of battle. This skill teaches you to embrace the fear and danger of combat, allowing you to push well beyond the natural, normal limits of your stamina. Though the thought brings me both joy and sadness, there is not more I can teach you. May the memories of your time here at the Guild sustain you as you strive for ever greater heights of perfection. Experience now shall be your tutor. There will always be greater foes, and deadlier challenges on which to test your blade. Of that I am certain. You enter a realm of our craft in which even I have never set foot. I only hope that when you reach the very boundaries of our art, you will return to share your triumphs with us. Until then, Ny'ardbert, may your axe ever swing true.
I learned to have fun! What does this do again? Where's this healing, right? Yeah. Okay, so that is the end of the quests for the Marauder. After this, it becomes quests for the job that Marauder upgrades into, which is Warrior. But that's going to be a little ways away, because we're going to get some stuff done before we actually do that. In the short term, I'm going to do a good number of other job quests, stuff that I've been putting off. So there's probably going to be a pretty big skip here, and then we'll come back when it's time to resume the MSQ and also teach our Chocobo to fight. So, see you in a sec.
Alrighty, folks. I am here with this interestingly dressed man to once again resume the main story quest because I am in pain. And so let's get this done while to become tired enough so I can sleep. Alright. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the Scions once more if we are to... beg pardons. It's a terrible habit of mine to think aloud. But tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? I am the Scions. Ny'ardbert the Scions is my full name. Oh, I realized... Yeah. There's probably a skip somewhere in there. I don't know exactly what I jumped from, because this probably isn't the beginning of an episode. But yeah, this is a new recording session. Hail, adventurer! I bid you welcome to the Adder's Nest. Do you seek to entwine your destiny with the Twin Adder? Sorry, were you not the guy who tried to recruit me, like, a mission ago?
Morning, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today.
Ida and Papalimo! Always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me you quest in the name of the Scions of late.
Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the Twin Adder was in need of our adventuring prowess.
Aye, your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, the curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelveswood home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable bunch, much to the delight of the Elder Seedseer, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The Twin Adder is of the same mind, and 'tis precisely for this reason that the Sylphs' relation to the primal Rama has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of a chance that the summoning of the primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore.
Better to be safe than sorry, indeed.
Do we strike at Rama, or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen to only to one's own is to among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where you Scions come in. The Sylphs of Little Solace remain untempered, and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-cultural faux pas get in the way of a productive parley. En route to Little Solace, you will come upon the Hawthorn Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one.
A friendly palaver with the Sylphs. This should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorn Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from West Shore Pier should take us straight there.
A friendly palaver, indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papalimo.
You jinxed it. You jinxed it, Ida.
Also, I just realized Ida is wearing metal thigh-high boots. And, like, nothing... Like, that there isn't, like, a tight or something to keep the metal bit from cutting into her thigh. That sounds hilariously unpleasant. I have to assume it's, like, heavily padded or something. Oh, there is a side quest we're going to take when we go by it. So we see my feisty little chocobo, which is the name of the quest. I'm not just talking about my chocobo in fond terms. Then we will take that quest in order to get access to our companion. Okay, not here though. We're probably never gonna go here, but I love that the wedding venue for where people get in-game married is like a real place on the map that you can go and check out. Okay, I am at the Hawthorne Hut. Where am I going though? Oh, damn it, I need to actually go through the pier. Boo. Just let me teleport, damn it. Where's this pier? Over there. Oh, you'll also notice our class is Lancer at the moment. We're not gonna like necessarily maintain that for a whole lot, but just like while we're doing quests that are of a lower level than our main, which is 30, we're gonna be doing some as Archer and Lancer. I'll try and be a marauder during any of the like relevant cutscenes. But in the meantime, this is where we're at. Because Lancer is the prereq for Dragoon, which is the stuff for the next expansion.
Aye, the ferry docked at the base of this hill will carry you across the lake to the East Shroud. Once you're ashore, head due east and you should find the Hawthorne Hut without much trouble.
Cool. Now that you've told me where the Hawthorne Hut is, I'm going to go back to it instead of teleporting like I did 2 minutes ago. This is what I get for not reading my quest objectives and just assuming I know where I'm going. This is such a longer walk, too. Oh, I have a chocobo. What am I doing? Alright, I'm Elaine. Hello there, Rolf.
Well, and welcome, friend. What brings you to my humble abode?
Oh, you're the Hawthorne that the Hawthorne Hut is named after. I should probably just ask. What kind of place is this? This here's the Hawthorne Hut, my family's hearth and home. It gets dull by ourselves, so I've given the local sentries and travelers free use of the place. There's no better way to break the routine than to hear an adventurer recount his latest journey. Takes me back to the younger days, it does. If you have tales of your own to tell, I'd be happy to trade you some of Rose's mead for them. What do you do here? I used to be an adventurer like you, but I gave up that life some years ago in favor of the homesteaders. This here's my place, but what comforts I have are at your disposal. Just don't get cozy with Isabel, my little girl. I'm more generous in my hospitality than most, but them as abuse it will get put out on their asses quick as spit. Don't say you haven't been warned. Okay, yeah, I see it. I'm like, is that a problem that comes up? But yeah, no.
Indeed, I am Emmeline of the Twin Adder. I sure understand you're here to learn of the sylphs, yes?
For all their whimsy, they are a wary lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they're as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? Would you know more, you'd do well to speak with the master of this hut, Rolf. That's when I get to jump the gun. He's forgotten more about the sylphs than I'll ever know. Hey, Rolf. I was just going to check out your daughter, wife. I wasn't doing anything. I was just curious. Come to learn a thing or two about the sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing. They're a peculiar folk. How peculiar, you ask? Well, just let me tell you. Well, beg pardon, friend. My memory is just not what it used to be. I've seen much and more in my adventuring days. And it's all a clutter in my noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before, you might have more luck with them. Am I allowed to talk to her now? Is that... Are we cool, Rolf? Alright, since she's a quest objective, I'm going to assume that's what the plan is. Hey there!
The sylphs? Yes, Father's told me his stories plenty of times.
What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. You'd do best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest your face end up a mess of glyphs, squiggles, and chocobo scratches. They do not look far enough apart in age to be father and daughter, and I don't know which one is being portrayed oddly. Like, is he older than he looks, or is she younger than she looks? The sylphs. Inveterate tricksters and troublemakers, that's what they are. One day they're drawing more bull faces on our masks, the next they're sending our young sentries falling to the bottom of a ravine. Oh my god. Tell them to stop and they just laugh at you. Rolf claims they harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. What's a vivandier? I'm tasked with keeping the people in and around Jocelyn Spire supplied. I guess I'm not one of those people. Okay. The quickest way to a quiver woman's heart might be through her stomach, but don't even think of trying to foist your foodstuffs on a sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun, or so Rolf once told me. Ny'ardbert, do you speak exclusively to the women, or are they just... I guess all of... Is everyone here but Rolf female? Hold on. It's kind of hard to tell. Okay, no, there's one. Alright. Cool. That was going to raise a red flag for a second there if that was the case. Oh, of course, of course. Hearing your stories, well, my stories, has brought the memories flooding back to me. I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people together okay, quite like a little toe tapping. A sylph told me long ago that dancing is a time-honored greeting among their kinds. You do well to remember this. It just may help to win the favor of our forest friends. Ah, still here, eh? Great. There's one more thing you should know about the sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you do well to bring along Drat, what was it again? My wife Rosa and I were just speaking of the matter not days ago. Forgive me, my friend. Speak to Rosa at the comb. Her memory should prove more reliable than my own. I have to assume he's significantly older if his memory's that bad. Unless he's been poisoned! That's not foreshadowing, to my knowledge. I don't think he's poisoned.
You tried Rosa's mead. It's simply to die for. Well, perhaps not die as such, but I would certainly suffer a few stings for a mug.
She and those honeybees of hers have a hit on their hands. It was shortly after the Spire sentries developed a taste for the stuff that word began to spread, and before we knew it, customers were turning up from as far afield as Limsa. Still, men have traveled further for less. It's true. We are dumb. A peace offering for the Sylphs? You also look like way younger than him. He's implied to be. So, like, are you... You know what? Not gonna try and pick apart these random NPCs. A peace offering for the Sylphs? Were it anyone else, I'd recommend a jar of honey. But I fear that wouldn't get you past their front doorstep, dear. Now, their tastes run more to the unusual. Are you perchance familiar with milk root? That's what they call the root of the most fiendish seedkin, the ochu. When chewed, it exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the imbiber. You'd not catch me dead trying the stuff, but the Sylphs seem to enjoy it to no end. I've not seen an ochu around the comb in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious clump of grass the other day. Were you to stimulate it somehow, with some of this amber syrup, for example? You might be surprised at what comes out. Good luck. What in an area like this is going to stand out as a suspicious patch of grass? I mean, like, yes, I know that, like, purple mist is there, but that's presumably only visible to me. Curious tussock. A nutrient or alchemical compound used to quicken seedkin growth. Whoo! That is behind me! With branches the thrashing, the vegetation springs to life. Oh, a quick walkthrough of what I'm capable of right now. Basic attack, second basic attack. Coming off of the first basic attack, I could also combo into this, which gives me a damage buff that lasts like 30 seconds. So every couple of like 1-2s, I occasionally need to use this one. This is my ranged attack. I've got a heal, and then these two are much shorter buffs. This one letting me heal some of my damage back. Basically lifesteal. And that's all I got at this level. Lancer, and by extension Dragoon, starts pretty simple. They get a whole bunch of abilities that like weave together in funky ways later down the line. Ah, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering? Yeah, I got some milk root. Milk root, but of course! Those sylphs quaff that cloudy stuff as quick as I do a flagon of mead. The effect's just about the same as well. Any road, a gift of milk root will have the sylphs calling you friend and brother the moment they lay eyes on it. Now, let me wrap that up for you. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy. Well, there is a gift wrapped your offering in preparation for your journey into the sylph's domain. I assume that's how that's pronounced. Domain. I've taken the liberty of wrapping your milk root well and good. This should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you from that god's awful stench. The sylphs love the stuff, but me, I'd rather bury my nose in chocobo dung. I dare say the reek even rivals the breath of the Morble that put an end to my adventuring days. Ooh, that is a rough way to go. I can tell you that story another time. You've more important matters to attend to today, yes? The sylphs are an eccentric bunch, but I've shared their company enough to know they're kind at heart. They'll not shun one whose intentions are true. May your parley be a fruitful one, friend, and do stop by on your return. There's a flagon of full flower mead with your name on it, if you'd regale me with your adventuring tales. Ah, and before I forget, don't go traipsing off just yet. Emmeline here would have a word with you. Travel in safety, friend, and do pass along my regards to the winged ones. So I'm sure we will see a Morble somewhere down the line. They get used
pretty reliably in different parts of the game. But they have an ability called Bad Breath, where they make this gigantic cone. And if you get clipped by it, it doesn't do damage, but I think it inflicts 9 separate status effects. And it's a traditional monster in Final Fantasy, so like the Bad Breath that just gives so many of concurrent status effects as you could possibly have is a bit of a trope at this point. It's good to see your knowledge of Sylphic culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further. Upon your arrival at Little Solace, seek out a young sylph by the name of Kumuxio. He has served as an intermediary between our peoples on many an occasion, and as the close ear of his tribe's elder. I see that Hawthorne has furnished you with some of that malodorous root the sylphs so adore. I have something of far greater import for you to deliver, though. A missive from the Elder Seed Seer herself. To summarize the letter's contents in brief, it vouches for the integrity of our envoy, that would be you, and restates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends of the forest. The war with the Ixal has taken a toll on our resources. We can ill afford to get mired in another conflict. I need not impress upon you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12 see you return with good tidings. Alright. Time to meet the sylphs. I don't think I've shown them on stream yet, so if you don't know what they look like, I'm curious, like brainstorming in your head, what do you imagine as they've been described thus far? I love their little village.
Hello. Walking One has come to Little Solace, the new home to these ones. Gracious Elder, one of Forest City, allows these ones to live here. This one appreciates having a safe place to stay, but were it not for those ones, this one would much rather be back in these ones' old home.
What's your deal? You're the only other non-sylph here. Sylphs are, by and large, a bright and happy kind of folk, but those who have left their homeland behind have grown nervous and wary. I'd ask that you do nothing to startle them. You can repair my stuff, right? I don't need to, but alright. Are you Kumuxio?
Walking One is not familiar to this one. This one does not trust strange walking ones. Strange dancing ones might be a different story, but this one expects no such thing. Walking One should go home and leave this one be.
Hello there! Look at my skill at dance. Why would you not join me with a few steps of your own, Kumuxio?
This one would welcome Walking One who moves like these ones. If Walking One would talk to this one will answer. This one is a busy one, so Walking One should speak with quick tongue.
Okay, I have a gift as well as a letter.
Walking One would bring gift to this one. Walking One is most kind.
Yes, here's the milk root, and here is our letter.
Walking One brings milk root. Milk root fills this one with great joy. This one gives thanks. Gives many, many thanks. Walking One carries message for Elder One. This one will deliver the message to Elder One. Walking One should not worry. Hello there. We're envoys from Gridania, and we're here to treat with your people.
Aye, we've come to pay our respects to your elder, and to learn from him more of your Lord Rama.
Who are these ones? These walking ones come from Gridania? Walking One became a dancing one and brought milk fruit, but Walking One tricks this one. This one does not like tricks. This one will speak no more. Elder One is busy. Walking One should go home. Go home, you say? But the Sylphs of Little Solace have always welcomed Gridanian envoys with open wings. The letter carried by Ny'ardbert here is an oath of peace, penned by the Elder Seedseer herself. Still you would refuse us? This one's reasons are no business of Walking One's. Elder One has no words for Gridania. Walking Ones waste everyone's time. Well, I never turned away at the gates. Whatever did we do to deserve such a rude welcome? Was Ny'ardbert's jig insufficiently jiggy?
I'm as baffled as you, but something tells me recent events have our erstwhile fluttery friends feeling uncommonly wary. It would seem we've no choice but to ask around and see how we might earn their trust.
Sure you won't talk, Noxia? Kind Walking Ones, listening ones, and masked ones. Protect these ones. Protect Little Solace from nasty ones who would steal these ones home. Walking Ones are kind and strong, but these ones cannot rely on Walking Ones alone. No, all ones must work together, that one day these ones may return home.
Petalima? By virtue of the crystal trade, the Sylphs have maintained friendly terms with most every race in Eorzea. Alas, the appearance of Rama has been as a storm cloud over relations. If peace is to be secured, we must reopen a dialogue with the Sylphs before they have the chance to summon their god again. Ida? Oh, you have a notion of how one might earn the Sylphs' trust. Ooh.
Say, Ny'ardbert, are you in the mood for dancing? That's right, dancing. You went through all that trouble to learn the Sylphs' traditional greeting, but you've greeted hardly any of them. Why, if I were a Sylph, I'd be beside myself with delight to see an adventurer expressing an interest in my culture. Me? Of course I'd be happy to join. Oh, there go those bloody leg cramps of mine acting up again.
You sure, Ida?
No need to overthink things. So long as your heart is in it, the Sylphs will understand you.
Alright, I'm gonna go dance at some plant people. Hey there, friend! Look at me dance. Or sense my dance from elsewhere, because you do not have a vision con.
Ooh, Walking One knows Jolly Dance. Jolly Dance fills this one with good cheer. Let these two be friends.
Well said. The power of dance.
Walking One would be a friend to these ones. This one is overjoyed, but this one keeps the ways of weaving a secret. Even if Walking One learned the secret, Walking One could not weave in the same way.
Okay, well, keep your weaving secrets then.
Hello there. Walking One is a friend to these ones, friendly like gracious Elder One of Forest City, knows how to dance into these ones' hearts.
Alright, I have danced at several cabbage folk, Ida. Did it work?
Ny'ardbert, would you like to hear the good news or the better news? The good news is that your lovely dancing has brought smiles and high spirits to all of Little Solace. The better news? Why, I've thoroughly recovered from those accursed leg cramps. Onward to our next adventure.
same thing. Ny'ardbert, as an adventurer, you're no stranger to helping distressed folk, I'd wager. Tales of good deeds are quick to spread. The adventurer who comes to the aid of the local populace can go from a stranger to hero overnight. No doubt you see what I'm getting at. The sylphs who make their home in Little Solace do so having been driven from their woodland home. Surely they have their fair share of troubles. Seek out a troubled sylph and see what might be done to ease their worries. A sound plan, would you not say? That said, the sylphs are not known to share their worries with outsiders. You'd be better off inquiring with Hira Media, one of the Gridanians who resides here. She's more likely to be privy to the sylphs' troubles. Oh, I hear her. That's neat. The last time I saw one of you, you got attacked by a golem.
Praise be to the elementals. I cannot express how happy I am to see an adventurer with a truly gentle heart. The sylphs of Little Solace are sorely in need of aid. Pray, hear me out.
I'd love to. How can I help?
Being a temporary settlement, Little Solace wants for amenities, not least a stout set of defenses. Consequently, beasts from moms around are free to wander in and terrorize the hapless residents. The Ziz, Gorlins, and Gallnats that roam these parts are especially troublesome, but slaying one of each should serve as a warning to the rest. Furthermore, perhaps you could gather 3 brownie brushes as well? They play an important role in sylphic culture. I do not claim to know the details, and what with such feral beasts prowling the forest, they are not easily come by. When you are done with the deeds, seek out Camuxio. He is slow to warm to outsiders, but your good intentions will not be lost on him. My own experience speaks to this.
Alright.
I know
That the process of gathering the brushes will probably force me to fight more of these anyway. But I am going to fight them right out of the gate, just to clear up part of the map. Okay, cool. So that is not part of it. There's one. I see a second one over there. Here. Not quite. Ah, there it is. A nice layout, how they sort of like made a natural flow from point to point. It's one of those pieces of design that can go unnoticed pretty easily. Giant bug. Oh, that is a very big plant. Oh my. Is that a fate? It is. Okay. Yes, if I had my Chocobo companion, I'd consider taking a crack at that. But, that seems not a great idea. Yeah, like that. Fun fact, this piece of music, that is the Sylph theme, is available to be found if you want to look it up on YouTube. Its title, officially, is Flibberty Gibbet. Alright, same before. Hello, Camuxio. I've come bearing resources.
Dancing One is still here. Dancing One can dance all day. This one's trust is not so easily earned.
I have come bringing brownie brushes.
Dancing One brings brownie brushes for this one. This one can dye thread once more. This one is pleased. Dancing One kills Bitey Buzzy One. This one hates, hates, hates Spidey Buzzy ones. Dancing one is kind. Too kind. Many walking ones come to these one's abode, but few are friendly like Dancing one. Perhaps this one was not wrong to was wrong not to trust Dancing one after all.
I do enjoy voicing the assorted Beastman speech patterns. They're a lot of fun when they're not impossible.
This one asks for Dancing one for forgiveness. These ones have many troubles since walking ones last came to our abode. This one must be careful, always careful. But Dancing one is not like other walking ones. This one can trust Dancing one. This one would ask Dancing one for help. Strange walking ones with bodies of steel come to the home of these ones. This one thinks steel ones come from Empire. Where Empire goes, many living ones become dead ones. Trees fall and bushes burn. These ones' home is in danger. Danger! This one begs of Dancing one to help this one no more. Dancing one is friends with these ones and walking ones, yes? Dancing one will speak to these ones here and walking ones in Hut House and find out more. This one has bad feeling. This one fears steel ones are after something, but this one should speak no more. Go, Dancing one. This one depends on the kindness of Dancing one.
Same text, same text. Alright, Polixia, what do you know? I have no idea what is happening there, but that's a great little interaction.
Strange steel walking ones? Yes, this one is seen. Steel walking ones carry big boxes. Maybe walking ones hunt for shiny treasure? This one likes treasure.
Okay, interesting. Let's put them all in different directions. Let's go that way and then down? Yeah. A word, if you will. The lands beyond this point belong to the sylphs. Unlike the gentle soul's little solace, the vicious woodland sprites out there will slaughter any outsider that dares cross their borders. You are free to travel where you please, but know that none will come to your rescue should you stride blithely into the jaws of danger.
What does one of these ones ripping someone to shreds? Like, do they have claws? Shush! Shush, this one says. Steel walking ones are scary, like touched ones. This one hates scary, and scary ones have scary friends.
Oh my god. If I have not yet put the word flibberty-gibbet on the screen for you to have that spelling, I will do so now. Unless I'm not listening to this part and have skipped ahead to the next portion, that there's like a break. In which case, whoops!
Men clad in strange armor. Why, now that you mention it, I did see some suspicious types of late. They were gathering deep in the forest. I simply assumed they were adventurers.
We do have a tendency to dress strangely. Fearsome types clad head to toe in steel, you say? Imperial soldiers, no doubt. Couldn't tell you what they're plotting, but I'm sure it's nothing good. Alright, back to Camuxio. See, like, that kind of quest. A lot of people had gripes with it, because it's basically just, like, talk to 5 people, and then the quest is over. But the important part isn't the process of going back and forth and pushing X, or A, or whatever your thing is. It's learning of what's going on and trying to put together what's happening. Like, there's clearly Garleans here, but, like, what are they up to and why?
This one is happy to see Dancing One return. What did Dancing One learn? This one sees. Steel walking ones come from Empire, carry boxes, and go walking deep, deep through trees. As this one thought, steel walking ones are up to nasty, no-good things. This one knows forest well. Steel walking ones try to hide, but this one will find them. This one would borrow Dancing One's map. This one makes mark. Right here. This is where steel ones hide. This one knows. Dancing One will go looking for steel ones, yes?
Alright, that's the same. Do you have anything new to say? No? You're not gonna, like, tag along to deal with the Garleans? Okay, cool, whatever. Time to go get ambushed, probably. The first clue is going to be something along the lines of like, oh man, yeah, there's definitely traces of Garleans. And then the second one will be like, oh, you're not really finding anything. And the third one will be like, welp, you get jumped. Yeah, see, right there. It's a box. Or maybe we'll get jumped immediately. Yep, alright, skipped straight to getting jumped. Ny'ardbert out here just murdering 4 people. But I found a clue! It's kind of wild how many breath weapons in this are status effect based. Like, there's a ton of creatures that have, like, cones that like status effects.
Dancing One is back. This one breathed a sigh of relief. This one was worried. Dancing One found something.
A list of supplies and materials to be delivered to a certain Imperial stronghold.
Dancing One found paper inside a box? This is a message from Empire. This one can read Walking One's symbols. Message paper has names of food and rocks. Food and rocks were inside boxes, this one knows. But this one does not understand. Food and rocks mentioned all come from home of these ones. How do steel walking ones know how to find them? Is there sneaky one hiding behind this one's wings? Snooping one selling secrets to steel walking ones? This one fears for this one's home. But Dancing One has helped this one much today. Dancing One was promised to always be friends to these ones.
I promise, Calypso. We're gonna be bros. Uh-oh, those are purple. Also, I did not mean to make that joke, but I guess, sure, yeah, brotherly love, here we go. Calypso is pining for a wayward friend.
Helpful One arrives at a good time. This one needs Helpful One's help. One of these ones, named Claxio, ventured alongside Little Solace alone. Alone is unsafe. Helpful One must find Claxio. Claxio struck west after leaving the settlement. Hurry before Claxio ends up in the belly of a beastly one.
I guess.
What? Walking One wants this one to return to Little Solace. Don't make this one laugh. This one is weary of living with those who are not these ones. This one wants to be alone. These ones rely on Walking Ones for everything, no better than those ones that summoned a Primal One. Small wonder this one chose to leave. This one thought this is a likely place to build a home, but then Meddling One arrives, forces this one to go deeper into the forest. Meddling One is forbidden from following this one. Away with Meddling One.
Oh, I'm actually listening. Okay.
Hello, Camuxio. Claxio said this one is Meddling One. What? Claxio refused to return to these ones and went deeper into the forest. But this one saw touched ones lurking in the forest. Helpful One must hurry! Hurry and find Claxio! Helpful One should search for spools of thread on the forest floor. Those things will lead Helpful One to Claxio. But hurry! Hurry before touched ones take Claxio away!
Little worried this elf might get got. Man, I wish I was as tired as all this yawning makes me seem. I'm probably editing that out, so, like, it's not super noticeable, I hope, but I'm very yawny, even though I'm not particularly tired. I misread that as Malevolent Stripper, and was very confused. What is happening here, though? Why is there a Moogle being attacked? It's a 50, but I guess I'll do my best to help. Yeah, see, there, that was bad breath. So if you see, looking at this person's chocobo, it now has like 6 statuses on it. Alright, I have to save the Moogle, I think. What is going on? Is this part of one of their quests? Or... It's not a fate, is it? Okay. I'll have to assume that was part of one of their quests. Fascinating. Guess I'll see what that was when I get to level 50 myself, probably. Anyway, uh-oh. Claxio is here in an instance, which means I'm probably going to do some fights. Before this starts, I'm going to eat some grapes to refresh my buff there.
Meddling One is back? This one told Meddling One to be gone! Tell Camuxio that this one will never go back, never! Uh-oh. Touched ones? Touched ones should go away too! This one is good one! Everyone should just leave this one alone!
Be on guard, Ny'ardbert. These sylphs have been tempered, brought under the thrall of the primal Rama. Akin to the Amalja tempered by the Ifrit, these sylphs exist only to serve their deity.
They'll not answer to words, only steal. I take no pleasure in this, but it must be done.
Please leave Plexio alone. Alright, cool. I am really... What are saying is like, I'm reading the text that pops up, but I'm not trying to say it out loud because they're so much. Oh my god, there it is! The marble. These things are a nightmare.
Ny'ardbert, I believe I can handle this beast. You can focus.
Oh, okay, sure. What napper? Let's go.
There's something not right about this marble. I wanted to focus your attacks on the silks.
Only one self left. And done. Alright, more ball time. Rerun?
This one is safe. This one was so scared. Claxio, this one has been worried. So very worried. Is Claxio unharmed? Still in possession of wits? Camuxio, and meddling one as well. Why are these two here? These two came to rescue Claxio. That Claxio is safe fills this one with joy. Camuxio, forgive this one. This one did not mean to run away from Little Solace. This one was just afraid. These ones who live at Little Solace were changing, becoming friendly with other ones. This one feared that these ones were forgetting who these ones are, like touched ones did. But this one was wrong. This one can see that now. Helpful one. This one is grateful. This one will return to Little Solace to be with Camuxio and friendly ones.
Well, that should see to that. What say we return to Little Solace as well? I, for one, could do with a nice hot bath. Yeah, you did get bad breath there. Which is apparently how Hawthorne got retired, so, good on you for tanking that twice. Alright, Chocobo. Always forget. Oh, got caught on a rock. Hello! Please don't follow me. Alright, cool. You two have anything to say? No, same as before. Okay.
This one thought Claxio was lost forever. Helpful ones saved Claxio. Now these ones can be family again. This one has known many walking ones, even many kind walking ones. But Helpful One is kindest and strongest of all. Helpful One is a hero to these ones. Helpful One will bring these ones and walking ones closer together. This one knows. This one would take Helpful One to see Elder One. But Elder One is in the next quest.
Oh, that's cool. That did not used to be a thing. You had to, like, earn upping mount speed in places. So the fact they put it in the MSQ is pretty cool. I could just get around generally faster now. Luxio, I'll make a confession to you.
This one must ask Kind One's forgiveness. This one made promise to take Kind One to see Elder One, yes? But this one cannot. This one cannot because Elder One is not here. Elder One is not anywhere. Elder One went into forest yesterday, but has not come back. This one is worried. Elder One often goes into forest, but never, never for this long. Kind One will help find Elder One, yes? Near where Elder One disappeared is the home of a walking one named Buscaron. Buscaron may know what happened to Elder One. This one would talk to Buscaron, but walking ones do not always trust these ones. Would Kind One talk to Buscaron for this one? And Kind One comes from Gridania, yes? In Gridania live many Kind Ones, yes? This one begs of Kind One. Please go to Gridania and ask fellow Kind Ones for help. And please hurry. These ones are not safe until Elder One returns.
Are you guys gonna do this? No? Alright, cool. I need to do both of those things. Couldn't, like, split up and split the labor. Alright, cool. Alright, you two stay there and don't do anything. I'm gonna go talk to the authorities. It's a miracle that the Scions get new members with how often they just foist things off on the newbie. Well, if it isn't our intrepid ambassador, how fare your diplomatic efforts with the Sylph tribes? The Elder's gone missing, you say? Why, if he were to end up in the hands of the Tempered Ones, we'd have a crisis on our hands. You can assure the Sylphs that my sharpest-eyed serpents will be on the lookout night and day. No stone must be left unturned. I would ask you to call upon Guillemolka at Bent Branch Meadows, and deliver the message that the Wood Whalers are needed in the search effort. Okay, Bent Branch is in the Central Shroud. Is that where we were? No, it's a different one. Okay. I think this might also be near where we can get Feisty to the Little Chocobo, but I'm not certain about that. Okay, yeah, this is not the place, I don't think. This doesn't have that Chocobo Ranch, right? This is the other place? Yeah. Alright, Gia. Here. A message from Commander Huolo, you say? The Sylph Elder has vanished? Worry not, friend. The Wood Dwellers have eyes under every leaf, behind every branch. If the Elder is anywhere in these forests, we shall find him. Okay, where are the druthers? Is that in another different place? Yes, this is still further places. But I've been to Quarry Mill, so I can just try it from there. But, you know, of course I've been here. The Druthers is where that archery quest took place. With Palo Mujuk. Which I think was in the main... Wait, what? Oh, that's just leaves. Okay, I thought for a second that they had a thing here that should not be unlocked for a long time. Ah! Antelopes. My fated enemy. It's funny, I know now that those are like targets with arrows in them, but for the longest time I just saw coins, and so now I have it in my head as like, yeah, the little coin symbol. You know, it's never occurred to me, I don't actually know the definition of druthers. Because I know, like, the phrase, if I had my druthers, of, like, the, like, if I had preference. But, like, it occurs to me now that that is probably not the original meaning. And I have no idea what the original meaning was. Okay, yeah, this is gonna bother me. I'm looking up what druthers means. Druthers. Definition. A person's preference in a matter. Okay, so surely it means more than that, though, right? No? Yeah, no, alteration of would rather. Huh. So this place is literally just called Buscaron's Preference. Oh, you did something! Hi there!
Buscaron is a good friend of ours, and there's no place like his for the latest gossip in the South Shroud.
The Sylphs are known to avoid the South Shroud. What could have compelled the Sylph Elder to come here? But the question of motive must wait. Finding him is our foremost priority. With things relatively calm over in Little Solace, we can focus our search effort on this area. Yeah, there was Crown. Well met, adventurer. We had the finest grog and grub this side of... Not here to fill your belly, then? Ah, hunger for news, is it? Aye, there's been talk of a sylph lurking hereabouts, but I couldn't rightly say if it be the elder you seek. Those woodland scamps all look alike. Short of painting one red and another one blue, most folks would struggle to tell two of them apart. If you've the time, maybe you could stay a while and see what the gods have in store. You never know, you might even stumble across this sylph elder yourself. That's it. Did you kidnap them? No, I trust you as a person, right? Right? Yeah, no, I do. Bushgrim could use an adventurer to douse the fight during his establishment. No word on the Sylph Elder yet, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time. In the meantime, how about doing a favor for old Buscaron in return? Right then, let's put you to work. There's a customer outside who's spoiling for a fight, and I need you to cool him off for me. No need to go cracking any skulls, though. Just take this tub of cold water and douse the drunkard. Tends to do the trick. My patrons can swill grog all night and carouse loud enough to wake the dead if they wish, but as soon as it turns violent, I've got to put my boot down. So, in the original version of this quest, it was like the example for the nonsense quest. Because they gave you a bucket, and then you went down to the river, and then filled it with water, and then came back out here, and then dumped it on the guy. Compared to now, where you're just... it is for anywhere but the druthers that have that fool spitting teeth before he forms a second word. What's your deal? What are you staring at? Want to give him eyes in your face? The wooden tub entrusted to you at Buscron's druthers is now filled to the brim with cool river water. Sploosh. Ugh! Navagas tits, that's cold! What do you mean, no fighting? This Duskwhite scum was... Yeah, I know the rules. That bastard gets to keep his skin. For now. I don't know which one of you started that. Thanks for stepping in there, friend. Not that I couldn't handle myself against a bleating milksop like that bloke. And I don't want to cause no trouble for Buscron, you know, having to mop up blood and bits of teeth and the like. Yeah, that's definitely how that was going to go. Nicely done, Ny'ardbert. A lot of my patrons picking fights with each other over a bit of petty prejudice. Oh, that is what that was. Okay. In case you didn't see, the bloke who caught the brunt of the outburst is a Duskwhite Ellison. There are people who shun cities to live in the wilds, making them no better than brigands in the eyes of many. To be fair, the Duskwights can be an unruly lot, but they ain't so bad once you get to know them. And it don't seem right to bar a whole race of people from the druthers just for the misdeeds of a few. There should be at least one place where anyone willing to pay the coin and drink in peace is welcome. Don't you think? Absolutely. The eponymous provider of Buscron's Druthers is in need of an able adventurer. I appreciate all the good you've done for our patrons. If you aren't disinclined, I have a favor of my own to ask you. There's a Queequorn friend of mine, you see, named Rerun. A good lad. It was right after the calamity that I came across him fallen in the shroud. He nearly died in all the havoc. So I took him in and nursed him back to health best I could. He worked here at my druthers for a spell after that. Got to talking about striking out on his own. He did, and not long after casting his lot with a merchant bound for Lanacia. There's probably a word I missed in there. Anyway. Well, it just so happens I got to cleaning up around here and came across something of his, the Scarlet Earring. I know he was fond of the thing, but he must have forgotten it when he left, so I'd like to see that it gets to him. Can't say for sure where he ended up, but might be a friend of mine can. A Rogadin fellow named Bansing. You can find him on Hawker's Alley in Limsa Laminsa. He knows everything in the comings and goings of merchants there. I'm sorry, in the midst of this you're sending me all the way to Limsa? Okay. To Limsa we go, I guess. Into the stalls. It's always funny when people take a sec to load, because it just like looks like Limsa's empty. Never is, but it's a neat little illusion. Alright, now I need to wait for everybody to load in. Oh, no, it's not you. And you're next to it. You can tell by the map he's supposed to be somewhere near here. There you are! Bouncing. And now you see that people are slowly starting to populate in. You found your way to Hawker's Alley, friend. Hmm? A Queequorn worked with the druthers. Ah, you speak of Rerun. Related to that Kyokarun bloke just over there by some blood or another. Two of them put together and were making good coin. But old Tedarun up and left Limsa not long ago. Couldn't say as to why or where. You're better off asking Kyokurun himself. You can be tight of lip, though, I warn you. Best to take this chicken egg with you. Little bastard loves the little bloody things. Good to hear about old Busk, though. Sounds as though he ain't changed a bit. Just like him to send an adventurer along. Too shy to come his own self. God's in a streak with that fool. Alright, Kyokurun. What can you tell me about Tedarun?
Customer be welcome. Not customer? Not come with custom? Kyokurun busy with business. Too busy for blather.
If one were so inclined, the freshness of this egg could be checked by placing it in a container of water. Were it to lay on its side, it is almost certainly fresh. Should the egg float, however, it may be possessed by a void scent and should be smashed with extreme prejudice.
Chicken egg? Kyokurun love chicken egg. Love chicken egg more than love customer. Looking for Tedarun? Tedarun no here no more. Tedarun leave Limsa. Tedarun go look for Sparklies. Now working at trading post. Good trading post. Forget where trading post is. Weinberg no Tedarun. Weinberg no trading post. Weinberg at ferry docks. You go to ferry docks. Kyokurun forget things. Weinberg remember things. You talk to Weinberg, not Kyokurun.
Alright, down to the boats. Oh, that's cute. Just a fishmonger. Going about their day, doing fishmonger stuff. Just out here monging fish. Man, walking past all of these quests with the pluses on them is so weird, because usually that's like the marker of like, there's something interesting behind this. But like, I don't feel the need to unlock Fisher, for example, is what that one is. Hey Weinberg, what can you tell me about Tedarun? Tedarun, or this is just a normal person. Tedarun? I seen him. I was just say I saw him. He's headed somewhere up north, by way of ferry to Eldport. Might as well head there and see what you can suss out. Skipper here could take you there. When you arrive, I'd start by asking Aldfeet. He's an old hand that knows a great deal about a great many things. All I know is that Tedarun stopped in Eldport. If you want to find him, you'd be best looking there. On to the ferry we go. What a random quest. Alright, Aldfeet. Can you tell me where Tedarun is? Tedarun? I saw him. That is to say, I seen him. He took himself north through Skull Valley into Oakwood. Was looking for a place to run by his fellow Quickrun. I reckon he meant the one right on the shore of Bronze Lake. Mimarun's trading post? Follow the road and you're sure to find it. Oh, this just leaves. Okay. Where am I going? I thought I was following an arrow, but I don't see it anymore. Okay, so that's Upper Lonosio. Okay, cool. Oh. Got a mark here. Oh, sorry, I so quickly adapted to having this new ability, I barely even noticed it was there. I've got a 1-2-3 combo now, for just what that, like, up thrust is. Watch out. Which will try it. My cards are garbage, so I'm not going to try that. Customer be welcome. Not customer, not come with custom. Bring something for Tetaroon? Yes, I have your earring. Tetaroon, forget this! Forget it, druthers! Tetaroon swore would never forget earring, but never forgot. Tetaroon thank. Tetaroon thank! Good Buscaroon doing good. Good Buscaroon, good to Tetaroon. Tetaroon miss good Buscaroon. Let's go for that one, I guess. Good Buscaroon help Tetaroon. Tetaroon dead without good Buscaroon. Must give thankies. Many, many thankies. Tetaroon make Quiquern firewater for Buscaroon. Buscaroon love firewater. You help Tetaroon make firewater? Need thingies to make. Need many, many thingies. Need Quarrel Pup whiskers. Need 3 Quarrel Pup whiskers. I have a fondness for this little area because of a quest line that we won't end up doing. Which is a weird thing to communicate. Oh! More targets. Oh, they're bad. What? Oh, that's a different kind. Whereas... Are there only the 2? And for Kobold Pikmin, specifically. Not a footman.
Hey, you. You're finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us. And that thief over there.